Hello students, our today's topic of discussion is EVS 1, Chapter 13, Methods of Preserving Food. So today we are going to learn about different varieties of foodstuffs, measures to keep the foodstuffs in good condition. So let's get started. We all know that we eat food for proper growth and nourishment. Yes, it is very important for every living world. But do you know which methods are used to preserve food? Sometimes, when foods are prepared at home or if you purchase from outside, then how you can preserve this food so that it will last for long. So, all these things we are going to study in this chapter. We eat wide varieties of foodstuffs in our diet. We like to have many varieties. We need wheat, rice, pulses, etc. throughout the year, but their crops get ready only at certain times of the year. In order to have the grain available throughout the year, one season's crop must be stored and protected till the next season. Just take the example of rice. If you know that the crop of rice requires more amount of water, that is why it is a monsoon crop. On the other hand, wheat requires less amount of water. So it is a summer crop. But wheat is available to us throughout the year. Is it like that? That it is only available in summers or rice is available only in rainy season? No, they are available to us throughout the year. That means we are storing this grain so that we can utilize them throughout the year. All foodstuffs cannot be produced at the same place because as per the climatic conditions, wide varieties of crops are grown in different regions. Different foodstuffs are produced in different places. Second point, they have to be made available in good condition to people at long distance. Just take an example of apples. We all know that apples are produced in Jammu and Kashmir. So is it like that? That apples are available only there and others cannot have it? No, even we can have it as it is been transported. But while transportation, one must be careful that the things that are being sent to the other places need to be carefully handed over and it should not get spoiled. Third point, for example, it must be ensured that eggs, milk and milk products remain in good condition during transportation from the dairy or poultry farm till they reach their users. Different fruits and vegetables are available in abundance in different seasons. It is very important, not only fruits and vegetables, your mummy must be storing grain at home and that need to be stored and preserved in a proper way. Otherwise, it may get spoiled and there would be wastage of grain. So, proper medicines and chemicals are added or they are kept at a dry place so that it should not get spoiled. They also taste their best in that season. To prevent these large quantities of fruit and vegetables from getting spoiled and to enjoy them all year around, we make efforts to preserve them. Various kinds of papads, jam, and pickles onions, fish, and masalas are prepared and preserved for the whole year in many homes. Nowadays, we can buy such ready products in the market too. Now in the summer season, your mummy, your grandmother must be preparing these papads, jams, pickles, onions, fishes and masalas, and they preserve them throughout the year in the home, keeping them in the containers. Nowadays, we can buy such ready products in the market too. But rather than buying from the market, as we add preservatives, so people prefer at home, that is homemade products. And even in the markets you get homemade things. People prefer such homemade things as they are safe and healthy for eating. To avoid having going to market for provisions again and again, we store what we need for several days in our house. Now your mummy prepares vegetable grain pulses at home, and she uses onion, potatoes, tomatoes, chilies and so on to add flavor in the vegetables or pulses, whatever she is preparing. Now to prepare this, she stores these things at home. You can go and check in the kitchen. You will get an idea what she stores and keeps these things, so that whenever it is required, it can be used. Is it that for one thing she requires to go to the market and purchase one things and bring home? No, these things can be stored and preserved properly in the house, and these things can be used for several days. Next point. If the food prepared for one meal is not finished, then we use certain methods of keeping it from spoiling in order to have it again the next time or the next day. Measures to keep the foodstuffs in the house in good condition. First point. In winters, that is the cold weather, foodstuffs keep longer. Second point. If they are kept in the refrigerator or kept cold on ice, they keep even longer. Grains are dried in the sun before storing. Next point. Onions and potatoes are kept to dry in the open air in summer and then stored in a dry place. If we boil milk, it does not get spoiled immediately. Curries and vegetables preparations are brought to a boil to prevent them from spoiling till the next meal. Our food has to be kept away from ants, cockroaches, other insects, mice, rats, and cats, etc. So we use certain methods of keeping it from spoiling, so that what we do to keep it safe, we keep them in the refrigerator, and because of the cool temperature, the food in the refrigerator may not get spoiled for 2 to 3 days, and even vegetables and fruits are stored in the refrigerator so that we can preserve them for longer period of time. Try this. Divide a chapati into 3 pieces. Put one piece in a closed box. Roast the second piece on a hot pan to make it crisp without charring it. Let it cool and put it in a box. If possible, put the third piece in a box and put it in the fridge. And this you are going to keep for 2 to 3 days. After keeping it for 2 to 3 days, you will see the result. That how this chapati gets fungus on it. So let's see how the fungus comes in 2 to 3 days and how it looks like. What do you see? We see white, black or greenish fibers like cotton wool growing on the piece of chapati placed in the closed box. It also starts smelling, whereas for several days we see no such changes in the crisp piece of chapati or the one that was put in the fridge. Now depending on the season, as the temperature is warm, so fungus can arrive easily on the chapati. But when the temperature is cool, it may take time. That is why the things get spoiled easily in the summer season rather than in the winter season. So to see this fungus, that is microorganisms, you require microscope because they are so small that we cannot see with our eyes. Fungus as seen through a microscope. Why is this so? The cotton wool-like fibrous growth on the chapati is a kind of fungus. A fungus is a type of microorganisms. Spores of fungus are present in the air and water. The chapati in the box created favorable conditions for the growth of the fungus. Availability of food, water, air and warmth. That is why the fungus grew on chapati in the box. Whenever the temperature is warm, it becomes easy for the fungus to grow. On the other hand, the chapati kept in the refrigerator was safe. Why? Because the temperature is not warm, it is cool. So fungus cannot grow in this cool temperature. On the screen you can see white, black and greenish fibers. Fungus on chapati. So here we end with our today's EVS 1 session. We will meet in our next session. Till then, stay home, stay safe.